Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thomas checking back in with you guys with another video, man. And you guys see the title. It's about winter driving. Winter is here, man. The snow is here. I didn't train for this in the snow, man. I came to prime in May. What am I gonna do? Yeah, that's what we coming here. That's what I'm here to talk about today. You know, we trying to figure it out. I'm gonna, go with it. I'm gonna try to give out my experiences, and we could talk about them. I'm tell you what I've been experiencing, what I've been seeing, what I've been noticing, and we talk about it, and hopefully it helps out somebody. Hell, maybe if somebody that's watching got more advice for me as to what I could be doing differently. But before getting into the video, I do just want to give just want to say Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful New Year. I hope you guys' years are full of health, wealth, success, be prosperous. And I just hope everyone has a wonderful year. All right. And with further ado, let's get into it. All right. So, rookie driver first winter. That's currently me right now. Now, I'm from Chicago, for those of you that may not know. So I'm used to snow. I see snow every year. It doesn't faze me. It comes and it's like a whatever. But it's a tad bit different when you driving a commercial vehicle of this magnitude. It's a lot different. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I was a little scared when I seen snow. Because I haven't done it. Whenever you haven't done anything, it's always gonna be a little bit of fear there. And I've heard some great things as I've speaking to some of the guys that has been driving for a while, and I'm gonna share some of those things with you. But yeah, jumping right into it. First thing that I've noticed, or what I would like to say for the rookie drivers that's out there, you guys it's probably someone out there watching this video, and it may be your first winter as well. When the roads are bad, snowing, it's slick out there, you just don't feel safe. I got a suggestion for you. Pull over. Shut it down. That's it. Shut it down. We're going to use some common sense. If we're not feeling good out there, if we're not feeling safe, if we don't feel like we got complete control of the vehicle, let's just shut it down. Let's get somewhere safe. Let's let the guys go out and plow the roads, salt the roads. You rest up until it's done. You call your fleet manager, your dispatcher, whoever you got to speak with, call them and let them know that you're shutting down. They may ask you for an ETA as far as when you're going to be able to pick back up and get rolling, but that's cool. You let them know, and preferably when the roads are clear and clean, because it's no load that I'm hauling that's worth me putting my life in jeopardy trying to get a load there on time. I'm sorry. I'm just not that guy. So yeah, so I see, I left this morning from my truck stop. I was on I-74 heading up towards Iowa. And I kid you not, before I wasn't even 100 miles in, I seen 8 semi-trucks in ditches. 8 semi-trucks. Now, granted, I don't necessarily know exactly what may have happened to them. It could have been a factor of things, a multitude of things. But one thing, and I say this just to say this, rather. If the roads don't permit you to really be driving and you don't feel comfortable or you just don't feel like you got control of the vehicle, just pull over. Like some of these things, I believe some of these accidents may have been avoidable. You got these guys out there They just feel like they obligated to just drive in any type of weather and any type of conditions, and that's totally not the case. If you working for a company that's making you drive in these conditions when it's that bad, and pretty much telling you have to do it, then you may want to reconsider where you're working at, man. Well, at least that's just my personal opinion. But here at Prime, and that's one thing that I do love about them, you let them know that you finna shut down. They're not gonna question you. If you don't feel safe, they understand that, especially if they see that you're new. So yeah, that's my first tip. If the roads are bad, you don't feel good about it, shut it down. Call your fleet manager. Let them know you're shutting down. Wait till the roads is clear. You feel safe. Get back on the road. They'll call, reschedule your appointment, whatever the case may be. Done. Easy. All right. Second, following distance. When it's wintertime, it's bad weather, the roads are slick, you want to increase your following distance. That's how a lot of these accidents are occurring. One, driving too fast, and the following distance is not great enough. When you're driving these trucks, one thing, it's already, even in perfect weather driving conditions, it still takes a long time to slow these trucks down to get them to a stop, especially if you're heavy. So when you're driving in wet weather, snow, it almost takes double the time to slow this thing down or stop. So you want to be prepared. And you always going to have some idiots that's going to be jumping in your lane, do something that's going to, mess up your following distance. But whenever they do, you just got to slow it back down again. I had a situation last week when a lady was jumping in front. She jumped in front of jumped in my lane as I was getting ready to exit the highway. I was still braking to slow down so therefore I can leave the exit, at a respectable speed. She jumps in my lane. Mind you, it is snowing, it is slushy, so I think this is the worst snow when it's wet like that. I get on my brakes. And basically, I'm noticing that the truck isn't stopping. Now I have a situation. I'm trying to stop. She's lollygagging now getting off at the exit. And if I keep going at this pace while trying to stop, I'm noticing that my truck is going to rear end her. So, luckily, there was no one in my, on my side, on the driver's side here. So I was able to get back onto the highway, and I just had to miss my exit. Had to drive another 12 miles down the highway and get off. But that's just what I had to do. So you just can't stop at the same time as you would if the roads was dry. I know that's pretty common sense, but you will be amazed to see how many of these truck drivers out here that are still telling some of these cars like they can just stop on a dime. So wintertime, and just in general, you just want to always have a nice following distance because you never know what's going to happen. And you always want to have, always want to be preparing for an out. You always want to be looking for an escape in the event if something were to happen. So that's my, tip number 2 for the winter driving. So first one is, roads are bad. Don't feel safe. Get off the road, shut it down. Second one, is following distance. Increase your following distance. I almost say double your following distance. Third tip, for rookie drivers. This is what this all is about, rookie drivers. And I'm pretty sure you may have heard this or whatnot, but drive what your experience allows you to drive. And you say, what do you mean, Thomas? If you are a new driver, drive like you are that newbie. Drive like this is your first time and this is your first winter, because it is. If the roads are bad, slick or whatnot, slow it down. I've been, when the roads were bad, I'm doing 35 miles per hour, 40. You know, I'm doing what I felt comfortable with. There were drivers that was still flying past, like, you know, it was 70 degrees and sunny or whatnot. But, you know, they look at you crazy, but whatever. You know, drive where you're comfortable at. As long as you're not interfering with traffic, and more than likely you're not, because if the roads are bad, more than likely everyone else should be driving at a slower pace than you. But just drive what you're comfortable at driving at. Don't ever feel pressure to drive faster just because you're noticing other trucks are doing it. You don't know how much experience that man has. You don't know, you don't care what they're doing. You don't care if they're blowing their horn at you, if they're getting on the air horn, flicking you off when they passing you. It don't matter. Skip all of that. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is that you're getting home to your family at the end of the night. Or at the end of the day. That's all that matters. Is no load that is that hot that will not cool off in a ditch. I got that from Prime too. I think it was a safety team. I like that one. I think they said there's no freight that's that hot that won't cool off in a ditch. And I think it just makes perfect sense. If the weather conditions don't allow you to drive the speeds that you used to riding to, which it won't, drive at a speed that you're comfortable with and you can control the truck. Damn all the super truckers out there. Damn all the people that's flying past you, whatever. You know, because those are the guys that you end up seeing in these ditches. You know, I'm not wishing that upon them, but I'm just saying. Next thing I want to talk about is just being prepared when you come out here. And when I say that for the winter driving, I mean, one thing that I like to use, or what I have been using, is there is a weather radar app that I have on my phone, where you can actually, you know, just view the weather. Just like, for instance, like when the snow is coming in, you want to just see when it's coming in, approximate where you're going to be at, and plan your day around that. You know, I have been shutting down earlier than I normally do. And it's just due to the fact that I know with the weather bad, I know that these drivers are getting off the road earlier. If they aren't already just camping out at the truck stops, and you want to secure yourself a nice parking spot for the night. So yeah, so you want to always kind of plan ahead. You want to have somewhat of an ideal of where you're planning on shutting down, and you base that upon the weather, you know, or, you know, you don't want to just be out, you know, just going with the flow and just, you know, because you're going to end up short, you know. So yeah, so that's something that I would highly recommend, is download one of the weather radar apps. Get that on the phone. Trucker Path is another nice one to look at as well. And that's just another app that's going to show you the truck stops, just parking areas, to let you know, if it's parking available or whatnot, and just get an idea of where you're going to be heading to, what highways you're going to be on, so you'll know, what type of rest areas you have, that's going to be close to where you're planning on shutting down. All right. Next, I want to talk about being prepared as far as things to have on your truck. Now, in the event that, say, a road or a highway, or, roads get shut down and now you're stuck or you're stranded, you want to have some, certain things on the truck that therefore you're not going to be, suffering while, being shut down. The first thing I'm going to say is you want to make sure that you got food on the truck. You want to have water. You want to have plenty of water on the truck. You want to have something there for that, clothing, covers, something that's going to be able to keep you warm. In my situation right now, my APU isn't working. So, I'm just having to tough it out. So lots of layers, covers, or whatnot. And, for the most part, it's working right now. You want to have that. And then as far as the things for the trucks, right now it's about to get into negative temps. So you want to have anti-gel on the truck, in case, to prevent your fuel from gelling. You want to have 911 on your truck in the event that your tank, your fuel does gel, and it kind of, can supposedly it can, get rid of the gelling and possibly get you back rolling. You want to have jumper cables in the event that your truck doesn't start. You want to have, snow brushes, ice scrapers. You want to make sure that you get plenty of windshield wiper fluid, because as we all know, in the wintertime, a lot of the salt and wet snows jumping up at you, and you're probably going through a lot more windshield wiper fluid than you normally would. So you want to make sure that you got that. You want to always be just checking your tire pressure, making sure that all tires are good. But yeah, it's basic things, but it's important things that you don't want to overlook while doing this winter driving. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I haven't seen anything that out of the ordinary thus far. If I do, I would definitely come back and make another video in regards to it. But like I say, I just today in general, just seeing all of those trucks sitting on the side of the highway in those ditches, it just really opened my eyes to the fact that this is really a dangerous job. And you gotta just treat the job as it is, just that, a dangerous job. And you gotta respect it. For people that come from cold climates like me that get snow, I know that we feel like we can drive in it, and that's cool. We're not afraid of the snow. That's cool. You don't got to be afraid of the snow, but you do have to respect the snow. And I think I'm gonna just leave with that. Hopefully this video helps someone. Hopefully it answers some questions for you guys. If not, please feel free to leave the questions in my comments. I will try my best to get back to them. I do want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you guys for taking the time out and watching the videos and coming joining the squad. Yeah, and I think that's all I have for you guys. So I'm gonna just leave it here at that. We're going on over 17 minutes already. So you guys continue to stay safe, stay blessed. Peace out. I'll catch you guys on the next one.